one of the things that we like the most about GenCon, when it happens, is a shadow drop. Shadow drop, you say? Well, a shadow drop is when a game company brings out a game that no one was expecting at GenCon. Sometimes they announce them at GenCon. Sometimes, in the case of FlipToons, they announce them about 1 month prior to GenCon. But this bad boy is going to actually be available, and it just got announced, but it's going to be available at GenCon. And this is a light little sort of somewhat chaotic but interesting sort of deck. It is a deck builder, but you think of it more as a deck management thing because you're building up to a point where when the game end comes, you want to have crafted a great deck in your hands because you're going to do one final flip of all the cards in your deck, or not all of them, but 6 of the cards in your deck, maybe more, depending on the cards you have, and see who creates the most fame in that one flip of cards.
Yeah, and each of these cards is represented like by these fun cartoon characters, and you start
think Cuphead.
Very much like
got
Cuphead style
old
artwork.
demented cartoon vibes to it.
And like any kind of deck builder that you might be familiar with, we're starting with a very similar hand. We're starting with the exact same set of cards. But the thing that sets this apart from a regular deck builder, you might be familiar with the games where you draw them up, you've got them in your hand, you play them, you do the things. You're not playing the cards traditionally. You're building a grid. So while having a card in your deck matters and building the deck, in a smart way matters, but the positioning, the order in which they come out also matters, which I think is the unique twist for this game.
Yeah, because you're going to be resolving some of the cards are going to have effects that happen as you play them. And everyone's going to play simultaneously. And here's the good news. You're going to be able to see it played. We're not going to play an entire game for you, but we're going to play the first round. Then we're going to come back and show you another round. And then we're going to come back and show you the final flip, just so you get a sense for how the game is played. But it's very simple. Do you want to start playing?
Yeah, let's just go.
All right, so we don't really need to shuffle these up right now because they are the same cards and there are just 6 of them. But you're going to flip them over. Whoops. 1, 2, and none of these will trigger as they're played. 6.
Oh boy,
so you can see
6
we all have the
cards.
same cards and they all do different things. For instance, the skunk here is worth 0 fame, which is this value in the lower left-hand corner. That's what we're going to be using to spend to acquire new cards, dismiss current cards. But it says here, if you have the least fame after the check fame phase, which we'll get to in a second, dismiss a card in your grid for 0 fame. So when you buy cards, you're going to be spending this amount of money or this amount of fame to acquire the cards below them. When you're dismissing a card, you're going to dismiss it for 5 fame, generally speaking. But this skunk, if you have the least fame, you're going to be able to dismiss a card for free. The caterpillar gives me no fame, but it only costs 3 instead of 5 if I choose to dismiss that. The bee is going to give you 1, 2 for the snail. This one's interesting. It's probably the most interesting of the starting cards. The dragonfly is 0 + 1 per adjacent card.
Unique
so in this case,
card.
this is the best. Oh yeah,
Unique
adjacent cards. Oh, so my caterpillars are not going to help out here.
I'm in the same boat, which we'll talk about in a second.
But the dragonfly, if unique cards were here, here, and here, it would be 3. But in this case, it's only going to be 2. So we have the same cards. So once all the cards are played, everyone's going to add up their fame. So I'll just go through mine. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's 2 different cards, the snail and the caterpillar, and then 0 here. So I have a total of 5. So they give you these cards right here to track your fame for the round, because it's not hard when you have 5, but later in the game when you're up in the 20s, you definitely want to track it.
I'm going to be in a very similar position. It's funny that this worked out this way, because based on where that dragonfly goes, you get a little bit of a taste for how the spacing matters right from the first draw. But so my caterpillar is 0. I'm getting 2 from my dragonfly as well. 3, 4, 5. So we actually tied this time.
So we tied. I am the first player, so I'm going to go first. So the rest of my turn is going to be doing up to 2 actions. Those actions can be acquiring cards or dismissing cards. I could dismiss 2, I could acquire 2, or I could do 1 of each. So I am going to, and I have only 5. So if I dismiss a card, I won't really have anything to buy a card. So I am going to buy something here. I think I'm going to get this sheep because it's interesting. The sheep says it's 1 fame, but +4 if in the middle column. So this is kind of a, up to chance sort of thing. But
A little
that's
bit,
the
yeah.
card I'm acquiring. It costs 4. I have 1 left over, but it gets lost.
All right, and then we're going to replace that missing card, but it doesn't just slot in to this space. You're actually looking at the numbers here. The higher the card, the generally better it is, and the further up it's going to go. Now, in this case, I drew another butterfly, so it's just going to sit here. But if it had been over a 17, everything would have shifted down, and that would have become the new most expensive card.
And you should note here, the butterfly he just added, some of them have unique little powers. This one says when hired, so I just hired that other card. If Ryan hires a butterfly, it says when hired, you may dismiss a caterpillar.
And I think I'm going to do that. Even though 2 is not good, it's better than 0, and I might be able to dismiss this butterfly later. So I will buy the butterfly for my 4, and I will dismiss a caterpillar over here to my dismiss pile.
Pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. So we're going to do something a little different here as well. Because we're playing in a 2-player game, this row will not refresh as much as it might in a 4-player game. So they give you just a little bit of a variant. After our turn, we're going to take away the lowest and the highest cards just to keep things kind of moving, because running through this deck is one of the in-game triggers, and it's going to help keep this a little more fresh in a 2-player game.
It definitely helps in a 2-player game for sure. And these are the new cards here, the dog and the monkey.
And the cat.
I'm just glad to have seen this pig go away.
Oh yeah, the negative.
Because this pig is kind of turns into a hot potato. If you have it in your grid, you can dismiss it. If you dismiss it, it goes to another player's deck. So you want to get rid of it because it's a -1 phase.
And now the unique thing here again is there's no like discard pile like in a traditional deck builder. When you buy cards, they don't go to everything you bought and played. It all gets shuffled together. And so for the next round, you're effectively starting over fresh. You could be seeing the same cards every time. There's no way to like hide your bad cards. You have to end up dismissing them if you want to get them out of your deck.
Yeah, so by the end of the game, you'll have quite a few cards, but you're only still playing 6. Now, there are some cards that might come out that let you stack cards, so you'll effectively get more than 6
Which
played,
you'll probably see.
Which you'll see. And speaking of seeing, you saw that turn. You're going to see one more turn and then the final flip, which is going to be triggered at the end of the game. So we'll be right back with another turn. And like that, we are back. It is now round 8. We've played 7 rounds pretty quickly, might I add. This is a fast-paced little game, especially at 2 players. So we're going to play this round. We've got very different decks now.
Very different.
And our total fame was creeping up. My fame on the last round was 23. And the game end will trigger if someone gets 30. Now, based on our experience, you could get up to 27 or so, and then all of a sudden you have a few rounds where you're a lot lower. It just depends on how well you've tuned your deck.
And the order that they come out really does matter.
Yeah, it does matter. So we thought we'd come back and show you this round in the event that it happens to be the trigger.
We'll see.
You ready?
Yep.
You'll see some very different animals, but also some familiar ones.
Yeah, I have not gotten rid of all the stuff from my base.
Okay. Stack this card on the previous placed card.
I have to stack my rabbits on top of each other as well. I went heavy on these rabbits. And we'll see if that pays off. And I still have my basic bee here. Okay, so I'm first player this time. And every time I draw a rabbit, it has to stack on another rabbit or a flipped over card, which I haven't had anything.
Oh, you had 3 rabbits?
I've gotten 3 so far.
Whoa.
So that's 9. And then 10 plus 1 for every starting card I've dismissed. I've dismissed 3. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 1 for each unique adjacent. 14, 15. He's just a 4, so that's 19. 20, 21, 22. Plus 4 if all adjacent cards are under 16. Which they are. So that's 26, 27. Did I do that
27.
Right?
So see, we got close.
Yeah.
So you're at 27. I started with the elephant, which is interesting. It says flip the previous placed card. So
that's lucky.
The elephant is the best time to place it. So that's 7. The skunk is 0, unfortunately. I haven't gotten rid of my skunk. So 7, 8, because this sheep is not in the middle. So it's just another 1. 8, 9, 10, 15, plus 4 because I have more camels than are out anywhere else. So what did I have? 15, 19 plus 4. Again, back up 23. To 23.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to only buy 1 card, and I'm going to get rid of this B. If I can get rid of some starting cards, it actually
Yeah.
makes my cat a little bit better. So I'll pay 5 to get rid of the cat, which is fine. I still have plenty to buy any card from this row. So I will buy the lion because I don't think anything I have is less than 16. So no matter where he is, he'll get the full 7.
Unless he's next to himself.
16 or lower.
Oh.
So yeah, even if he's next to himself.
Dual rulers in that kingdom.
So they will share power, these two kings. Hey, the GOAT.
The GOAT. It's not Tom Brady.
The greatest.
Settle down, everybody. Anyway, the correct answer there would be Peyton Manning.
I agree with that.
So I have 23 to spend, and again, you can only do 2 things, so you just can't go crazy.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I don't know if I like that monkey.
I had the monkey in a previous game, and if you can get it early, like it basically becomes a free
It's just
card.
another space.
Right.
You know what? I am going to take.
Just gonna go heavy on the camels, huh?
I am. I want more camels than everyone else, so I'm gonna take that camel
was
for
7 of
1.
it.
That is 7 of my 23, and I am going to get rid of my skunk. So that was nice because when you
Thinning it
start
out.
thinning down the deck,
Ooh, and 2
we still have
alligators.
more than 6.
So this monkey and this dog are gonna go away because they were the highest and lowest.
And then we've got
Another dog.
dog
All right.
and the tiger.
Ooh, I like that
The tiger
tiger.
was pretty good.
Unfortunately, you're first player. You're probably gonna snatch that
Yeah,
tiger
I
up.
had the tiger in another game that we played, and the tiger is 3, but it's +1 per card in your discarded area or your dismissed.
Which I've already
cards.
dismissed 9. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
You'll want that.
Well, I'm not gonna get
I'll
it.
need to jump on that.
gonna
I
get
don't
it.
have 9, but I have 6, so the tiger can be pretty good.
All right.
So we're gonna play the rest of the game, and then when the game end is triggered, and the game end can trigger in a couple different ways. One, if a player at the table gets 30 or more fame in 1 round, they're going to be awarded the Critic's Choice, which is a +3 fame for the final flip. You're going to finish that round, and then you will basically do a final flip. Everyone gets their cards, they shuffle them up, they flip them out. You don't do a market phase or anything like that. You just add up the fame, and whoever has the most fame in that final flip will win, which is what we'll be back to show you in a second.
Yep.
And this time we are back really fast because on that very next round, Ryan got 34 fame. So it can happen just
33.
like 33. Oh, I thought you said 34 at first.
I gave myself an extra 1.
So 33 fame. I got another 23 fame, so I didn't get up there. So I don't know about my chances in the final flip, but because he did that, we got a couple new cards. I called one of my sheep, and you got the Critic's Choice.
You got that tiger, which we talked about. That
I
gives
did
you,
get the
so
tiger.
that could be huge.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But you have the extra +3.
I do have the extra
which
plus
kind of
3.
stinks.
Could help.
So, all right, here are our final flips. I've got a camel, you've got a cat. Ooh, the sheep in the right position. I love to see that. Elephant. Oh, no.
Oh, it flips the sheep
Flip
over?
the previous card. That's a 5-point card. That kills. This elephant is I don't know how I feel about. Oh, wait a minute. Is the sheep?
I like this.
The sheep is flippable.
I like the shuffle you gave me, David.
I am not. I did cut Ryan's
David
cards.
cut my cards.
Stack this card on the previous placed card. You're gonna see one of the worst final flips ever. Tiger.
And we got the tiger. No, but the stack, you still get the
Oh,
7.
that's true.
That actually helped.
I
That was
forgot
actually
about
pretty
that.
good.
I forgot about that. It's a good turkey. Good turkey. And the camel. So I'll get
You got your
my
camels.
army of camels. What did I miss out on?
Oh, the rooster would have been helpful.
The rooster is like a 6-point card.
All right. Oh, actually, you be first. We didn't move this over. So why don't you go ahead and calculate yours first?
All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that? 12, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Yeah, you got a lot there.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Plus another 8 is 34. Not too bad, but I think you've got.
I don't know.
Your stupid rabbit stack is crazy.
So
I
this-
got 34. Is that right?
You got 34. Is that what you said? Yeah.
I'm glad that I at least got past.
I don't know, because last time I had this horse and I didn't get the horse this time, so we'll see. So the cat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 20, 24, 25, 28, 32, 38, 41.
Oh, 41 to 34. And that is the end.
41.
So that is how you play FlipToons. If you're going to be at GenCon, you definitely want to go over to the Thunderworks booth and check this out. Also, and I don't know all the details, I'll look them up after the fact and try to put them down in the description of the video below, but I think they have a pre-order up so that if you are going to be at GenCon and you like what you saw here and you want to pick it up, you can pre-order it there and then just pick it up at GenCon. But that is FlipToons. If you have any questions at all about it, please make them in the comments below. We'll get down there and answer whatever we can. Until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.